Walking simulators come in all kinds of flavors. Rarely do they have many mechanics beyond walking and solving puzzles. So when one comes along that does a little bit more, eyebrows tend to get raised. Stanley Parable was a real game changer in this genre, and I mean, have you ever played a game where one of the main mechanics is carrying around a bucket? I don't think so. Granted, don't get me wrong, this game is not doing what Stanley Parable does. It's simple, but still very clearly inspired by some of the things that Stanley Parable did. And that's pretty damn rad. So before we begin, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and go ahead and leave me a comment. Tell me which indie games you're excited for this year or even last year. Doesn't have to be horror, just tell me about some indie games. I love indie games. Let's talk about indie games in the comments. So Moving Houses is a game about moving and moving on. I'm not going to be getting into spoilers for this game because I really do think it's something special that you should experience. I will say it hurt me. It hurt me deeply. I had to call my wife in immediately after playing so we could discuss it, and it was absolutely brutal. So far as what it is in fact a walking simulator, but it is also like a physics object sandbox. So think like Amnesia, where you could carry around items and put them places. It's like that. A lot of that. You put your items in boxes, then you put those boxes in your moving truck. But it's like kind of rad. And if you play in extra packing mode, the number of objects you can move around and mess with are increased exponentially. It's pretty awesome. Very, very chill. So when playing this, do not go in expecting combat or anything, because again, walking simulator. I've said it once and I'll say it again on this channel. I love walking simulators. So when I was playing, I was honestly and genuinely locked in, and I really tried my best to just move everything around. It was great. I was sucked in. The loop is so simple and so good. You get your directions and they seem normal at first, and you go pack up a room and pick up some items, and you move the bigger items directly onto the truck, and as you go on, the direction prompts start to become a little more unhinged and a little more self-aware. Not like fourth wall breaking, but very aware of both its role and the character's role within the game and within its objectives, and seeing it all unfold really had me like. So obviously this is a horror game. Why else would I be reviewing it, you know? Wink. So when the game started, I was a little skeptical at first, like really skeptical. And I don't want to say too much because spoilers, but it happens fast. Like one moment I was just chilling, moving boxes, and the next I get hit like that scene from Final Destination 2. You know the one, and in case you forgot, here it is. I got it for you. Needless to say, I was shook, and I stayed shook till the credits rolled, and then I was shook some more. Like, what the fuck? It just kept happening. It kept getting weirder and weirder. It was awesome. It was cool. It was really cool. It was very unexpected. I played a lot of indie games this year that I could have reviewed, and this is the first indie game that I come across where I'm like, yeah, I want to talk about this one. I want to talk about this one. A lot of indie games this year. Like, there's a lot of reviews that I skipped out on because I just didn't like the game. But this one's special. Moving Houses is a legitimately great indie horror game. It's not free of issues yet, but I think on release it has the potential to be a really strong little indie game. Moving Houses comes out on Steam Monday, October 1st. I don't exactly know what its price point is, but if the game is like 15 and under, ideally 10 and under, I will say that without a doubt that you should buy this. It's fun, unique, it's loving. It is definitely made from a genuine place of hurt. And I know this is a shorter review than I usually do, but this game was very short. I got about a 3-hour runtime on my end. So there isn't really much I can get into, you know, and there's no spoilers for this one, so I won't be discussing the story. But I'll say this about the story one more time. It is great, genuinely great. What little story there is genuinely great. It really had me going for a minute there. So when the game's release on October 1st, I'll be dropping the playthrough for this review that I did when I was reviewing it. So if you want to see what the game is actually like, you know, no commentary, just me straight up playing the game, you'll get that on October 1st on this channel. It's fun, it's interesting, it's neat, it's cute. I don't know. There's nothing else more I can say about this. It was a fun game. Anyway, that's it. That's the video. Slosh out.